Good morning, everybody. I am Fire Lotus, for the people that do not know. I am Fire Lotus, and this is the weekly live Morning Witches chat that I normally do Monday through Friday, starting anywhere from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. For the people that do come back, the music in the background is something I did before. I stopped doing it, now I'm doing it again. Only because my next door neighbors are getting trees and a bunch of other stuff removed from their property due to the damage that we had. So there is a lot of outside noise. With that being said, if you hear a dog bark or a cat meow, the dog is my neighbor's. There's nothing I can do about that. He's a guard dog. And the cat, he's perfectly fine. He's not dying. He is my familiar licker. And he is not allowed in here while I'm doing these because he knocks stuff over. So he does that. But, I'm very excited today to do this because I always do it. Okay. For anyone who doesn't know, this is some sage spray that is charged under the full moon that my amazing, magical herbal alchemist, I call her, Jess, she owns 3 Sleepy Eyes Apothecary on here. She has a Facebook, she has an Etsy, she has an Instagram. You should totally check her out. She does loads more than just the spray. She has a homemade Florida water. She even has a way that she naturally dyes it blue. She has soap. She has so much other stuff. She has tea. She has herbs. Totally check her out. For example, her anxiety tea that she has is amazing. But further ado. So, for the people that have been tuning in, and for if you're new, sorry about the whole MIA for like 2 or 3 days. I did one Monday, Tuesday, I took a health day, a me day, to kind of relax and and then, apparently the universe stepped in after that and was like, you know what? You need a couple more days of break. There was a huge miscommunication, a simple but huge miscommunication with our cell phone providers, and due to the fact that that communicated was worked through 3 other people, yeah, there was an issue. So yeah, the last that I did post to anyone who stays with me or is on my personal account, I was stressed out about the storms that we had, I think, Wednesday, but we were safe. We didn't get anything. We got some rain. That was it. But yeah, and then, like I said, the universe kind of stepped in and the miscommunication happened. But it was very refreshing stepping back and kind of, actually resting and relaxing. And when I mean that, I mean legit. I had nothing. I disconnected completely. But something did amazing happen, and I'm really, really excited. For the people that don't know, again, if you hear Liquor in the background, I'm sorry. He is okay. He's just throwing a fit because he either thinks he's alone or he knows he can't come in here. But I ordered a collection box. It is called a Miniature Crafters Collection Box for gem crystals or crystals and minerals. And it was half a pound. Yeah, the amount was half a pound, about 8 ounces. And tax and all, it was like, I think, 10 something. And it was like $11 tax and all. It's out of Fort Myers. And if you're curious about what that is, it is World Incense Store. I got them on Etsy. But it came in. I'm going to try to do this without dumping them out as I tilt this box. But I am going to show every single one that I got. Some of these I do know what they are, but there's a lot that I don't quite know. And then there's also some that I have never had a chance to work with yet, so I'm super excited. But if you can tell, so again, I will also be posting pictures after this that I took yesterday. But without further ado, let's dig in. Now, the ones that I do know, I will actually be naming. I won't go into what they 1 or 2 of them I may go into, the reasons I use them, but like I said, there's a lot of these that's in here that I don't quite know if it is those. There are some that I 100% know what they are. Others I still have to identify. But look at that. Let me see if it, there we go. And this is Desert Rose, I believe. And I believe it's in the selenite family. I'm super excited because I've never got to work with this before. This one caught my eye. Smoky Quartz. And I must say, so far, like, for the amount, that I believe is citrine. I know the lights that I have, you really can't tell. Again, I'm going to post pictures. Another citrine one. There was one in here that I'd seen that I'm really super excited. Oh, amethyst. Again, I will be posting pictures of this later on. This, I believe, is emeralds. It is either emerald or jade. This one, oh my, I'm super excited about that. Tiger's Eye, rough, uncut, or untumbled. I have never seen that before. And I don't know if it will fully... There we go. Look at that flash. Ah! Super excited. And the reason I'm so excited, like, there are a lot... This one I know is a mineral, I believe. We have this one. This one, and I believe this right here is going to be... I want to say adventuring, but I don't know. See, there's a lot that... Like this one, this, I believe, is either going to be sunstone or a type of citrine, because it has a waxy, almost like glass feel to it. Black obsidian, and y'all, this, and honestly, it took 2 days for me to get it. About 2 days. 3 counting the whole ordering and processing and everything. For the people that don't know, this right here, I believe, is lapis. Or lapilozorite. I probably butchered that. Green citrine, I believe. I want to say citrine. We have this one. And I'm just doing this because I wanted to go ahead and... Like, get this, because I will be talking about some of these crystals, too. A beautiful, beautiful citrine point. But, yeah, and as I break these down, I will be working with them more, and I will be doing, like, little videos and stuff. This, I believe, is going to be rhodorite. I even believe I pronounced that wrong. But, you can't really tell during this lighting, but you can in the pictures. It is purple. And it's pink and purple, and then it's got little spots. This one was the one that I was extremely excited about, which I believe it's Peacock Quartz. We have, I believe this is going to be aquamarine. Another mineral. Quartz, I believe. Look at that. And the pieces with this particular one, it's got so many rainbows in it. I believe that's a part of flint. Pyrite. Never go wrong with pyrite. Another part, I believe, rose quartz, actually, because it's pink. Liquor, you were perfectly okay, buddy. Quartz. Oh, look at that. And then this one. This particular one, if anybody sees this, I would love to figure out what this is, because the blue on it, I have never seen anything like this. We got the pyrite, and then last but not least, another mineral. So, and I wanted to say thank you, World Incense Store, if you do see this. Amazing quality and the crystals, and I will be having these out, enjoying them. Now I'm going to do a little clicking and advertisement while I'm here. I do have some other stuff to go over and talk about. Whoop whoop. Okay, so closer to me. So I will be introducing a very new thing. Starting in January, hopefully. This may actually be my first one. But, due to the simple fact, I know a lot of people, because I normally just talk during these. So, like, when I transfer these to YouTube, some people, may feel awkward, or, may feel like you have to, watch them. You do not. If you were listening to this after I'm actually off the live, you could, except for in this video, of course, because I actually showed the crystals, but, you can totally, pop headphones in and just have it as background music, like a podcast. But that is the exciting news. I will be starting to do, basically, I will be turning my Witches Live chats into podcast, which I'm extremely, extremely excited to say that is a thing that is going to happen. I'm in the process of testing them out to make sure that, to make sure I have everything that I need. I haven't quite figured out which one I'm going to, or I believe I'm going to go or use Spotify and Castbox. But the reason, my partner actually is the one that suggested it to me, is because Liquor, you are okay, buddy. Let me get him. I'm tired of his meowing. He has finally gotten his way. Come in. So, Liquor may and may not be with us today. I just let him in because I got tired of him meowing. But, yes, I will be doing these. I will be turning these on top of adding them to my YouTube page. I will also be turning these into actual podcast. And with that, and next year, there's so many things that are in the works and in the stages. January also, I will be actually starting today. I will be starting to reach out to the people that I talked to previously about pulling in one day and starting to set up the episodes that I do with the lives when I'm going to start interviewing people. I have people, I have actually almost everybody I'm going to interview are practitioners except for one, but they're completely different types of practitioners. One lives in the UK, one lives here, most of the other ones live here in the United States, but we're all on different paths. One of them to two of them are small business owners, so we will be going over that. There's hopefully going to be an episode we'll be going over Akasha Records. So yeah, there's a lot of things that's in the work. One thing that I did actually want to say was I was trying to update on The Craft remake, the movie. I haven't been able to really find that much stuff, and the stuff that I have found is on my Instagram, and I don't really know how 100% the stuff that I'm reading is. So it's one of the reasons that hasn't happened the way that is. And then next year in 2020, which honestly it's insane to think that like that's very soon. Again, I'm just sharing this while I talk to y'all, and I have music going because there are trees being thrown around in my backyard, side yard. And so anybody who does see this, there we go. To anybody who does see this, I also offer services. With that, I'm still taking people to officially start teaching next year, because my magic is different than most people out there, and I myself am getting back in the hang of doing these. Missing 3 or 4 days just kind of completely got me out of my zone and everything. But Monday I will be, and actually I did not even know they were in here. So today, because I feel like I owe it, I will be picking the first 2 cards from the Native American Spirit of the Will meditation deck. I will be going over these. I was going to do the American Will. Sorry, my brain, there's so much stuff going on. I was originally going to do the tarot spread, start breaking that down in January. But I believe my Monday live, or the Friday before that's live, everybody decided to go over this amazing deck. So I will be breaking these down. I will also be breaking the spread down that it comes with, which uses every deck in it. Now, with that being stated, too, hopefully I will be able to talk him into joining on here, but I wanted to kind of talk about some personal experiences that I've had in the craft, and some other things that a lot of people don't really talk about like they should in the craft. Which is, for one, if you go to somebody... actually, no. I have a lot to talk about. For one, before I get onto it, I always do it in all my lives. Astro Matrix, it's a free app. You totally need to download it. Again, none of this, I'm not being paid to advertise any of this, but I talk about Astro Matrix in my live. It is an app. If you want to know astrology, if you want to learn astrology, if you want to be able to have a personalized horoscope, download Astro Matrix. It is basically a screenshot of the stars at the exact same moment you were born. And with that, it'll pull your natal chart, which is the screenshot. And with that, you will be able to make huge predictions throughout your life. So, with that being stated, let's actually get into what I want to talk about. My lives, I've always stated that I will not talk about politics. I don't bring it up. And the reason that is, it's not that I do not follow anything that's going on, but I know it's like religion. Normally, with most families, you have 2 things you don't bring up: religion and politics. Why? Because no matter whose side, what's being said, it's always going to end in a disagreement. And what I wanted to say to anybody who has a platform out there and an eye in the spiritual world, watch out posting personal stuff about your views on the politics. The reason I stated that is because... I'm not even going to say that. Just stay away from the politics stuff. Because it can be tricky, it can mess you up. Because no matter where you are, as long as you have a platform, not everybody you agree with is going to join or agree with that. So therefore, yeah, just try not to. I don't, with that, who is excited for Yule? That will be coming very shortly. But when it comes to magic and when it comes to spells, and I've said this a lot, but I have to say it still. Or if you have ordered or spell services from a practitioner or something like that. And if you are thinking about selling stuff here in the near future, you have to put a disclaimer out there, which are these couple of things. For one, not all magic is going to work instantly. Not all magic is going to literally, you can't put a time limit or time frame on magic. What that means is, I don't care who you are. Yes, true enough, you do have the 7 days candle spells. That's different due to the simple fact that it's a specific spell or specific step-by-step ritual in a way of that energy to manifest when that candle is burned. Now, with that being stated, it still may not work the way that it's labeled. Because I sell services. If people do not know, I do offer services. I offer readings. I offer, if you're local, land blessings, all types of stuff. And I work with the price. But the reason I have to state that is because I have done magic that has manifested in a few hours. I've done magic that's manifested instantly. I've done magic that did not manifest until 3 years later. What I mean by that and what I've personally learned from it is when it comes to manifestation and when it comes to magic, which are all at the end of the day, they're all the same thing. But when it comes to these, what I've personally learned is when you do a spell, you're going to have 1 to 3 things happen. It's going to be a complete dud, which means no, you didn't do anything wrong. It could necessarily, well, it's not necessarily that you didn't do anything wrong. It could also be that basically when spells don't work, for one, don't automatically start beating yourself up and say, oh, I screwed this up, I shouldn't have done this, or I didn't do this right, I didn't do that right. No. What that also means is if you do spells and they don't work, or if you do things to manifest and you can't manifest it, it could also be the universe telling you that it's not right for you, it's not meant to you. We're witches, yes. We have the ability to, we have the advantage of getting more things that we would like, or we have a stronger influence of how things can turn out in our lives. But at the end of the day, you always have to realize that there's still the universal power. Now, whether that be Jesus, whether that be, gods and goddesses, whether that be a tree, it doesn't matter. At the end of the day, you can do whatever you want to when it comes to magic, but always know it will come back to you. That is, now I'm not quoting the pagan, the Wiccan Reed, bind the law times 3. I'm not stating that. And I'm not necessarily stating it's going to come back to you like karma would. But it will come back to you. It is going to cause a ripple effect. Now, amazing stone to help that I've realized is my stone that I always carry, Smoky Quartz. Smoky Quartz is a very good stone. For a lot of reasons. But I also have learned that some spells, the longer they take, not necessarily the more they manifest, but the longer they take, it's because they want to do it perfectly. Or the universe, it has its own way of manifesting things. I was talking to my partner last night, and we had a real good conversation. And, we realized that we had talked about things that we wanted to do, and we wanted to incorporate it into our lives eventually. But, at the point in time we talked about it, we just kind of talked about it, and that was it. But we've manifested them. Some of the things that I have in my life right now, I did not have 3 years ago, and I wanted 3 years ago. But it's okay. But I will let you know that if you start doing these things that I suggest in these lives, or these podcasts, or these videos, or my content, I promise you, you will start to see results. Not necessarily if you're practicing magic or the magic approach, but even in the spiritual approach. If you start opening your mind and show the universe that you realize that you wake up in a way that the world is no longer what the government and politics and all the other stuff has thrown out there, that amazing things will begin to happen. I mean, I've been practicing the craft and witchcraft. I've been practicing witchcraft for 16, I'm continuing, so plus years. And only now, this year, in the past 5 to 6 months, literally this last part of the year, have I truly walked into my own power. For so long in the Wiccan community and in the pagan community, a lot of the authors and books, they set up this thought to where you have to have the gods and goddesses in order to perform magic. You have to worship them. You have to talk to them. You have to commune with them. And if you don't, you have no power. Or you have the other hand where you have to know your ancestors and they have to be, blood witches. They've had to have died because of witchcraft in order to practice magic. Or all this other bullshit. And that's not true. You do not have to follow the old ways to do magic. You do not have to follow anything to do magic. You don't necessarily have to believe in anything to do magic. Now, with me, I do commune with the gods and goddesses. I talk to them. I do not worship them. I do not like that word worship. My ancestors, I do not know them all. There are a lot of them that I have not met. But just by honoring them, and just by stating out loud, or even in your head, because I'm going to straight up tell you, 9 times out of 10, the majority of all the magic that I do, it's in my head. I don't necessarily have to vocalize a full-on ritual vocally. Yes, you can, and most traditions do state that, if you're vocalizing something, you have to sound confident, because if not, it's like blessing your house. If you walk through your house and you're blessing it, or you're trying to cleanse it, and you're like, please get out, and you're just doing sage like this, like, please get out, you're no longer welcome here, it's going to look at you, the, negativity is kind of going to look at you and be like, is that supposed to scare me? Like, I'm very confused right now. But now, if you barge in or open, sling a door open, and you're like, get the out, blah, blah, beep, 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 get out, this is my house, this is my domain, this is my sanctuary, get out, you're not welcome here, and you sound forceful with it, it'll get out. We have to realize that energy and everything in that, it all has, it all has purpose. It just because it's an intimate thing, for example, crystals. Which one am I being called to right now? Hold on. We gonna try something. Actually, kind of doing to this one. But crystals, an example, no matter raw or unraw, they have, souls. In a way, it literally, they have their own personalities. It's just like these cards. These cards, they have their own personalities. Hello. They have their own, their own, in a way, it's like a spirit, essence. Tarot cards do. When you use magical objects over and over again, their energy will develop a personality. With crystals in general, or stones, crystals, stones, minerals in general, they all have their own individual, unique personalities. And you can spend $20 on crystals and bring them all home, and over time, you will lose some. Hey, you may lose some. Or you may lose some for like 3 years, and then all of a sudden it poofs back. The reason that is, and perfect example is this one right here. I had this in my life for almost 10 years and never felt connected to it, never felt like I needed it, until actually earlier this year was when I finally discovered what it actually was. It revealed its purpose to me. Not in itself, it didn't just reveal, the reason I had it, and it didn't just reveal the properties behind it, but it revealed the actual reason it was in my life, which is to work with ancestors and to do some, ancestral or legacy cleansing, because we do keep karma. Everybody keeps talking about past lives and stuff, or past life karmas. It's not just past life karmas. We have things that happen or that have happened with our ancestors, and it's left like a rip or a tear or a scar on our bloodlines. So there are some things, and I've talked about this before, there are certain personality traits that you do inherit by your others. Here recently, it had to do with, I think, the Holocaust. They recently realized, through the generations after the people that went through the Holocaust, they realized that there are certain traits, due to the extreme emotion and fear and everything else that was going on during that time, generations down until now, there's still things that echo in a way. It's like that ripple effect that I was talking about. There are still things that can happen, throughout. There's things that it just kind of stains your entire legacy, and over time they can develop scars. For example, if my family sees this, they're gonna come for me, but the females in my family, and that's including me, I don't know what the hell is up with the taste in men. I hopefully broke this with the partner that I have now, but man, you talking about a curse. And speaking of that, we've heard of curses. Now, when I mean that, I don't mean it's an actual curse, but for example, my father's side, I'm not going to mention names, but my father's side, it was actually believed and told through the males, due to my last name on my blood side, on my father's side, it was known as the family curse. All males were born with anger issues and rage that they could not control. And that is something I myself am still dealing for. And at the same time, if you look at it, especially if you're around my age, here recently in our past 20s, we've kind of went through that, and I believe everybody does, where, and this has to do with spirituality and just life in general, we all have that one moment where it's like, for me, it was leaving my hometown for the first time, but it was where, I don't know, it's like walking up a flight of stairs and realizing when you get to the very top and you see the world that you're free in a way. You no longer, you get to a point in your life where everything you were taught and raised to believe in, it's all right there. The family values and your values that were placed on you due to your family and how you were raised, and then you have this newer side that as you're getting older, it's kind of developing, where you're there are a lot of things that you used to believe in, they fall away and they no longer suit you. That is one of the most amazing feelings with that. But with that, a lot of people, there's an exact word that I can say, but I don't, because it in itself can cause controversy. But there's certain generations before us, that we're slowly coming out of. We are slowly realizing, due to the fact of newer people and younger people, we're kind of going away from those older, more traditional, quote-unquote, more traditional beliefs, and we're realizing this generation, the late 80s and the early 90s generation, we're those generations that's realizing, wait, this is true and not true. And even in my spirituality, it changes every day, but it's so fascinating. A month ago, 6 months ago actually, I believe the last time I checked my YouTube, I've been posting videos and stuff for 12 months now, for about a year I believe, and even in my introductory, which has been updated, I looked back on it and I'm like, wait, there are things in there that I no longer agree with. Now, does that make me fake? No, because that is literally spirituality. Spirituality is that freedom to, wake up and be like, oh, okay, well, that served me yesterday, but that really doesn't serve me today, and I'm starting to get chills. So for anybody who doesn't know, and for some that do, if I state that I'm getting chills, or if I show you I'll get goosebumps, that's my way and my guide's way of basically stating that I am on point with what I'm supposed to say, and I'm speaking my truth. And like, there's so much stuff that has changed and so much stuff that has stayed the same. And, like, I've seen posts before where it's like, you get to a point in your life where there are just some friends that aren't meant to stay there. There are some acquaintances or situations that, just don't stay there, and that's just life. But when those moments happen, it's also like an inner battle with ourselves, because we're like, wait, we used to be the closest of friends, all this, and now this. And I'm realizing that it's like we have soul groups, but for different stages of our lives. And what I mean by that is, it's like soul group theory. It's by Pinzak. Basically, when you die, imagine this right here, this being an ocean, a hand coming up, and everything in this cup right now, all this coffee that I'm drinking, shouldn't be, but all this, those are all the souls that you will come into contact with in the life that you're about to be born into. And that was the easiest way to go with this, but I truly believe that we do have that, but on a smaller level, to where each major decision or each major event in your life, like say when you're a kid and you're in kindergarten and then middle school and then high school, all of those people, true enough, you go to school with them, but you wind up growing a nice knitted bond with them. Like, it's so weird, because even when I realized it when I was younger, that you can have a group, say one class, that have been with each other throughout the entire 12 years of high school, and they may not like each other or can stand each other, but there's still that close-knitted bond there. And, all of a sudden, literally one summer can go by and poof, you're completely different. You're no longer... And there are some people that we will constantly be friends with. But it's very weird that nowadays, like, I saw a commercial and it goes with this. Not a commercial. I don't know what the fuck that was saying. But that's with the stage that I'm in now, and it's very weird, because the one thing that I've always had friends, and I've always had one or two close people that I like attached to. The way that I am in a whole is I'm a social butterfly, but I'm trapped in an inverted agoraphobia body. I love to socialize. I love to talk to people. I love to just interact with people, but due to stuff that I've been through in my past, I have more walls to work through. So yeah, I'm walking through that, but I've also realized my agoraphobia and me being extremely sensitive like I am, there's a reason. But when it comes to people with abilities and stuff, what, like, people, authors and stuff that have more advanced and more seasoned, they don't talk about, like, what it is to be an empath, or to have a clairvoyant moment, or a clairaudience moment, or moments like that where you legit see something in the future or something like that. They don't ever talk about in their books of, like, what that is and how it is to the person that's experiencing it. Because, like I said in my Monday Live, yes, thank you. Like, so much stuff. It's just, like you said, cluttered and just compacted, I guess, in a way. I've definitely been feeling that too, and it's just so weird. But, I'm so sick of hearing chainsaw. I don't know if y'all can hear that on the audio, but I've been hearing chainsaws for the past 3 days. It's very annoying. Very annoying. But with these lives, that has helped me get out there, because like I said, I may not leave my actual house that much, but I'm still getting out there and communicating, and I'm changing people. But through that, I needed to, this stage that I'm at in my life, this isolation stage that I call it, I understand it now in a way that I didn't 6 months ago. I understand that sometimes the hermit card, for example, in the tarot, with the word hermit, I was always drawn to the idea of being a hermit, but I never understood why. I never fully understood it. Now I understand why in a lot of traditions, some traditions themselves, they have certain types of like isolational steps or rituals in itself that you have to go through. Shamans, for example, they have some to where you literally go in the woods with, safe-wise, everything you need to like live off the land and everything. But there are some people that were legit, they will check out of society and go live in the woods for 3 weeks. Now, am I suggesting that? Just a disclaimer? No. If you do that, do as much extensive research as possible. You're an adult. Make adult decisions. That's all I'm saying with that. Because if you're 18, you shouldn't be watching these. But yes, man, it is. The energy here recently, it's been very weird. Like, that's what I think happened, like, last week to cause this week to happen. I think I've just overdid myself in the past 2 weeks leading to this week. And then with the big things, and you also may be feeling, it is the 26th. So let me check that. Next Thursday, I do not know if this is going to be visible in all parts of the United States or if it's even going to be visible here, but we're having a solar eclipse on the 26th. So that's exciting, and I did want to say for the people that do celebrate it, Merry, Happy, Blessed Yule. It's technically tomorrow, I believe, or the 22nd. 21st, 22nd. But yeah, hello, Yule. What? I was about to say something too. Same, like, I used to hate being alone so much that I hate it, and now I've gotten, I still have days where, like, it drives me crazy, but I've gotten to a better place, I guess, with me. I've found more inner peace in myself. And it's so funny because I always heard if you're one of those types of people that have issues being alone, it's because there's something inside of you. Basically, you can't be being with you can't get off of there. This is why you're not allowed in here. Liquor. Jump. Thank you. Sorry about that. He jumped on an altar. He's not supposed to. But, I used to hate, honestly, I just used to hate being alone by myself because I had issues, and when I was alone, it was the first time that, like, I couldn't hide from them, but they were issues with my own self that I had to work out. And I'm slowly doing that. Slowly working that out. I did want to state that I'm hoping and I'm possibly planning tomorrow, depends on how everything works out, tomorrow night, I may be doing a Tipsy Witch Live, Witch's Chat, which means I will be doing readings. Aw, thank you. But, like, it's so weird because this video was originally going to go in a different way. There's a post that I've posted. I don't think I've actually posted it on this particular one, but there was a post that I posted, and it's talking about and I've talked about this a little bit in some of the videos, but, in the spiritual community, in the pagan community, on YouTube, there are a lot of YouTubers, a lot of witches out there that have already kind of established themselves. And I've noticed that one particular one, I'm not going to mention anybody, but one particular one has kind of been calling that out in her videos, and she's not necessarily throwing direct shade towards these other newer creators or newer readers, and I kind of do agree with her at some things, which are, you do have a lot of people jumping up on there, stating, hey, I'll do this reading and stuff like that. That's not the point of these. I don't care. I understand spirituality is growing. There's a boom in it. Of course, you're going to have a boom of that. And it also, it's like she's threatened by this new movement. And what she portrays and what I get from her is not what everybody else does. And I myself, when I first came across her, I kind of fell into her she's like a moth. You know the moths that tend to look like trees or like a flower or something, but in reality they're just a moth. Not saying she's not intelligent, but she had a glamour. It's like she had a glamour on, and I was completely drawn in, sucked in, and just lost. Like, I didn't care, just this. And it kind of just popped. That glamour thing popped, and I started reading and sensing through some things, and with this particular contenter, or whatever you want to call them, and I was like, so I made a post on my Facebook, that way I personally could, like, track it, but I was like, there are snakes, something about snakes, watch out for the snakes in the public eye, and 2 weeks after I posted that, she actually twice, within that week following that post, she did 2 things in 2 of her videos that, in a way, it was validating what I stated. So, if you do have a strong influencer that you watch on YouTube and stuff like that, be wary. I know on here, I believe I can pull it back up. I have made a list. I still have to do my YouTube. That's what it was. But I already have a list of podcasts that I personally listen to. Not all of them, like, I think the one that I posted, Things They Don't Want You to Know, that has nothing to do with witchcraft or spirituality. It's just a really good podcast. All the other ones do. They basically do, and they're all from different, like, 3 Pagans and a Cat. They're primarily Norse, are around the Norse path. Southern Fried Witch, she's a witch. There are basic witches, I believe they are Wiccan. So see, there's a lot of, and see, that's what I love. I love watching, and on YouTube, one of the #1, hands down, if you haven't, totally go look her up, I'll post the link, which is, will you stop? In your little play toy? Witch of the White Parlor. Her videos are so informational. Her videos are so, she's just, I'm so drawn to her in so many ways. And of course, without going wrong, rest in peace when I say this, Doris, but Tiptoe Chick, she's not with us anymore, but her videos are still up. They are amazing. She was the first person on YouTube that I was ever introduced to, and so me and Tiptoe, like, her videos will change your life, honestly. That's one of the reasons I love doing these. I hope one day that I can feel, you know, Doris, Tiptoe Chick coming down saying, rock on, just keep doing what you're doing, just keep doing it. Ha. But, without other ado, again, I'm scatterbrained today. I'm trying to get back into the groove of things. I'm just so excited, and then I'm trying to fix my Instagram. I'm still having some issues with that. I think I found out why. But without other ado, let's go over these 2 cards. Like I said I was, which I'm still going to go live. I'm not going to get off after this. I at least want to go live for a full hour. And that's just because so, I just realized the music's not playing. Oh, it paused itself. Thank you for pausing yourself. There we go. Okay, so, the first one, I love this artwork on this, is the Medicine Wheel, which is contemplation, oneness, inner growth, and contemplation. Put all other areas on your life, let me turn this down. Put all other areas on your life on hold and journey to the center of the wheel. Let me hold that up as I read it. This is a time of quiet contemplation and inner growth. Rest your body, mind, and spirit, and gather up the energy needed to move on the next stage upon the wheel. Being at the center of the wheel offers you a higher perspective of where you've been and the decisions you are headed and the directions you are heading toward. The medicine wheel card is a reminder to look for teachings in all areas of your life. It may come in a form of a phrase in a book, a cloud formation, or even a conversation with a stranger. Use the time wisely and remember to pray not only for your own path, but for all the great Spirit's creation. For it is our prayers carrying the highest of intuitions, with the timing is right, we will be given the opportunity to move toward or forward once again. You're about to see one of the reasons I love these cards, because with each card, they have, in other books it'd be called an affirmation, but they have a prayer, and I love them so much. And the prayer for the Creator is, here at the center of the wheel, I look to you, Great Spirit, to help me better understand my place in this life, to learn to see how I fit into the fabric of creation, and to honor your gifts by sharing them with others. I love that, and that particular card kind of fits with these, and the reason I do these, it's to change your perspective and to learn new things. Now, with that, we have the Creator, awareness, co-creation, and change. The Creator card brings a period of examining your faith and values. There is a strong desire for change and a redirection in your life. Here you are given a gift of awareness. A hidden truth may be revealed to you, or a new understanding unrevealed to you in the near future. This newfound information will bring about necessary change. Connect with the oneness of the Great Spirit through your prayers and beliefs. Co-create the hopes and dreams you have envisioned by experiencing change, letting go of whatever is no longer serving you in your highest good. The Creator card is a gentle reminder that if you have faith in Great Spirit and yourself, you can overcome any obstacle towards change. Have faith in the great mystery, allowing the necessary change to unfold. Now, the affirmation or prayer to that is, with the greatest of honors, I open myself to the complete truth of who I am. I trust Great Spirit that you may assist me on my path. Help me to build my dreams and develop my potential for the highest of good. See, the reason I love this deck is because, for one, I have not actually, meditated with it like you're supposed to, but this deck is more emotional. It's on a deeper level than, per se, the Halloween Oracle deck that I went down. And this is a Oracle deck, too. But it's one of the reasons I love using Oracle cards, per se, tarot cards. Because if you want to be a reader and read just on what you know, tarot card would be your... Oracle cards, though. Oracle cards, I've learned, can actually be really, really great way to... It will be a great place to start on also building your intuition and your gut instinct, because you can get to a point like me where, not with this one, but my Halloween Oracle deck, I legit see images when I read. It's not like, it's more complicated, but yeah. This Saturday, though, tomorrow night to be exact, I will be, hopefully, I will let everybody know a little bit later on today, but if everything goes correctly, I will be, doing a live broadcast on here, which will be my Tipsy Witches chat. You can totally join me in bringing your own wine, or whatever you want to partake on. But I will also be, more than likely, I'll probably be using the Halloween Oracle deck. And I may mix both of them together. I may do that. Not for sure on that. Sorry I have the hiccups, y'all. I'm also about to break another thing. But with these, I'm still debating on how I want to go about the this coming week, due to the simple fact next week is basically holiday galore stuff. So, but I will try every morning, because I don't have a life, so I know for a fact I will be doing these. But, yeah, if everybody gets behind on the challenges that you're participating in or anything like that, that's completely okay. The holiday season screws everything up like that. But I'm excited. I also have to talk to a couple other people to see if I can still pull together what I was going to see if I can do for the New Year's. And like I said, with the unboxing of the new crystals and minerals that I got, I will be posting pictures that I took yesterday to where you can see all of them. I still, now that I have access, one of the miscommunications is, like, I think early Wednesday night, we got our phones back on, but we only had text and talk and no data. In this day and age, what can you do with that? That's like having a house phone. And it didn't help that I had nobody's number that I normally have. But that's all back, and now that I will, after this live, besides downloading it and re-uploading it and possibly pulling the audio from this to see how that goes, I will be spending the majority of the day figuring out what all these are. This particular one is Tiger's Eye, but there are a lot that I don't know. And that's either that because I have never seen them in this uncut version. I don't know, but yeah. Lots of things that will be going on and that will be coming to this. I'm super, super excited for the podcast. I'm super excited for the interviews that will be coming up hopefully soon next year. And yeah, like 2020, I will say 2019 is doing everything that it possibly can to make sure it gets its worth. Not in a negative way, but, you know, I don't know if I'm the only one, but, man, the past month, it's like 2019 is just trying to make sure they have everything. But I also truly believe that for my spiritual friends and the people that have woken up to the spiritual part, I truly believe the past 3 years, 2017, 18, and 19, I believe they were in a weird way, like a cocooning stage. And I believe 2020 is going to be that year that amazing things are going to happen. I personally feel that. I feel that on a deep level. I get extremely excited about even the thought of being in 2020. I don't know why. But, yeah. And for the people that don't know, for the interviews that I have possibly set up, I'm still talking to my my father-in-law about coming on here and talking, and if he does, he'll be talking about meteorites. I'll be going over his views, bunch of other stuff. He is a character. He is an amazing man. He is a diehard Christian, but he believes in the paranormal. I'm his little pagan. He's an amazing person. I will be talking to hopefully 1 to 2 shop owners. Of course, about the shops and the businesses, but also about Akasha Records. There's one that I'll be interviewing. He is a good friend of mine who lives in the UK, and he practices traditional European mixed with, I believe, well, I'm not going to say what it is because I don't exactly know, but that's going to be a very fun one. There are a few YouTubers and creators that I have. Oh yeah, 2019 has been damn sure emotional. I follow you on that. I did want to say on a personal note, there is one date. The 25th, I believe. I have to check that really quick. There is a date coming soon next week. I will not be doing these. Due to a simple fact, I will be, mourning / celebrating / honoring a very good friend of mine who passed away this year. I just want to make sure I get the date of that, what I'm about to say, right. I believe it's the 25th. I want to say it's the 25th because he was a Christmas baby, but if that is the 24th, if I do have it wrong and it's the 24th, then, but the 25th and possibly the 26th, which ironically is Christmas, I will personally not be doing a live, due to the simple fact I will be doing things that entire day that is dedicated to him. It is his birthday, and he passed away, this past 4th of July. So, yeah, I will not be up. I will be taking messages and I'll be posting and stuff, but I will be doing a lot of deep personal things, that, yeah, I wouldn't want to be on here. So, that's the thing. But, I did want to announce that I will be, and it is free, I will be doing a New Year's, send-off of wish manifestation. If you want to participate in that, please let me know. If you see this and you get to this point and you're interested, shoot me an inbox and just say the 2019 New Year send-off. And basically what I'm going to ask for anyone who is going to do that is not a paragraph, because I am going to be handwriting this, in the shortest way possible, but to make sure you get your point across, things that you want to manifest in 2020. Now with that, please let them be serious things. Like, I know everybody's level is different, but serious things, new job, family, friends, stuff like that. Things to improve your life. Things to improve your lifestyle. Whatever that be, inbox me. Don't post in the comments or anything. Inbox me, DM me on any site that you see this on. For the people that see this on YouTube, you can always email me, firelotus18@gmail.com. Wait. Let me make sure I did the email right. I think I did. That's bad. I'll be getting better. I shall get better at this. Yes, okay, I thought so. firelotus18@gmail.com. You can always email me there. But, I just need a brief description of what you want to be brought in to manifest, and I will be doing that. I'll be adding that to a list, and basically I will be sending that out into the universe. So yeah, let me know on that. I know I've tried to organize these, and 2020 is what I will be focusing on, is trying to organize, make sure these are a little, so yeah, with that being stated, and with everything else that was being stated, thank you so much for joining me, and if you will, share this, share it to a group, share it to a friend. You don't have to post it on anything, just share it, and if not share it, at least tell somebody. Right now, the way that I'm trying to do this, I'm trying to build this all organically, which means how I advertise is how I talk. If I don't talk and if I don't spread the word, it ain't getting out there. So, with that being stated, I hope y'all all have a magical, magical Friday. And yeah, until then, I will possibly be seeing y'all tomorrow for the Tipsy Witches chat. Ooh, so yeah. Without further ado, I hope y'all all have a glorious morning, noon, and night. I don't know your life, but I hope y'all have a magical Friday. Peace.